people mover has derailed and hit a platform. This is happening right now near Rosa Parks Transit Center at Grand River and Times Square Place. We're told about 30 people aboard the train. Nobody that we know of was hurt, but service is stopped right now.
Joining us live on the phone right now is Angelica Martin, a product specialist who works at the auto show and was on the people mover when it derailed. And Angelica, hopefully we didn't just lose her. We're going to try and get Angelica right back on the phone. But Angelica, we were speaking to her earlier, and she said about 30 people were on that people mover, and all of a sudden they all started screaming because it derailed and came to a halt. And then she said it started moving again and started actually rubbing up against a wall, and they were fearful because they didn't know really what would happen. And then it came to a halt, and they kind of got out of that people mover by squeezing through a door, but they were certainly frightened during this whole ordeal.
I can imagine. We're still working on reestablishing contact with her. Again, a product specialist was at the auto show. She said they were all coming back from the auto show, heading for Greektown.
They were heading for that Greektown parking lot.
And was on that train here, so we're trying to reestablish again. Can you hear us?
Yes, I'm here.
There are scary moments for you. Now, where were you? Were you on an elevated portion when this all started happening?
Yes, we were. We were between the last station in the Times Square station coming from Greektown. Going to Greektown, I'm sorry, coming from the Detroit Auto Show.
Now, Angelica, what did you all think? Because I know you said there were about 30 of you on board and you all started screaming. So when it first derailed, what did you think?
We thought we were going over. We thought we were going to hit the street. It felt like it jumped the rail.
Yeah, Angelica, exactly how did this whole thing start? Was it speed, or did you hit something, or did it just fall?
This is the third time or the third day in a row that I rode it. It was going about the same speed that it had previously, so I don't believe that it was the speed. I believe that it seemed to have tried to change maybe the track, and it didn't go well.
What did you guys say to each other? Because I know there were 30 of you, and you were heading to the Greektown parking lot, and all of you were working there at the auto show. What were you saying to each other aside from screaming?
Are you okay? Because everyone looked flustered. We just wanted to make sure everything was going to go okay and hope that everybody was going to be okay. We didn't really have too much time to think because when it first happened, everybody screamed. It happened a second time, seconds later, and I'll say less than a minute later we were at the station. So I would say it all happened in 30 seconds.
Now we see pictures where the doors appear to be partially open here and crumpled up against that stop. How did you get out?
Yeah, it started to tilt. Like I said, it seemed to have jumped the track. It started to tilt, and when it tilted and it hit the platform as we were pulling up to it before it came to a complete stop, and that opened the doors, actually.
And you just had to kind of squeeze out of this little space that's not quite open?
Yes, we did. And as soon as we stopped, everybody jumped up and started going out the door because we knew we had to squeeze out, and we didn't want it to start back up without us getting out safely. So everybody went to the platform, pulled out the door, and everybody made it out safely.
Now, Angelica, once you got out, you didn't see anyone, right? No one from the people mover, no one from the city came up to see if you guys, no EMS trucks, no one was there?
No, and we instantly thought that, like, after we took a few pictures, we realized that another train would be coming. There was no attendant, no EMS, no police officers at the time. And we realized that another train would come, so we got off the platform.
And got out
Everybody
the way.
Went down to in case.
Hey, Angela, that just had to be weird, just to be like you're in a ghost town and suddenly you're just on this derailed train and nobody's there.
Yeah, that was definitely scary. We didn't know what to expect.
Now, one other quick question for you, Angelica, before we let you go. Now, I'm sure you have to go work at the auto show tomorrow. Are you staying away from that people mover?
Oh, definitely. I'm going to park on the ground somewhere in a parking lot.
All right.
I'm definitely not parking at Greektown and take the people mover.
Angelica Martin, we thank you so much for taking time to talk with us on a trying night, and we're glad everybody's okay on this thing, and we wish you good luck, and we certainly understand why you don't want to be going again on the people mover, but you may not be alone. It may not be moving for a while.
Absolutely. Thank you much.
Jeff Vaughn is on the way to the scene right now. As soon as he gets there, we will bring you any new information we can find out there.